Alright, so listen. For the longest time, you guys knew me here on this channel as the guy that covered the Batman Arkham games. Arkham Origin was one of the first superhero games I ever covered, the Arkham franchise in general. It means a lot to me, it means a lot to this channel. And Batman in general is one of my favorite superheroes of all time, as it would be for pretty much anybody that likes superheroes and comic books. And now we actually see what the next installment of the Arkham franchise is going to be from Rocksteady with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And I've talked a lot about this, you know, there's some stuff that I like, there's some stuff I'm really looking forward to, there's some stuff I definitely have some concerns about as well. But in general, there is a character that I feel like everybody has been asking for a game to be made about. And this character, so many people have requested for Rocksteady themselves to be the developers to helm the character. That, of course, being Superman. I've wanted a Superman game for as long as I can remember, and I imagine the entire internet has been pretty much in the same boat. And while there was information that had come out a little while ago that it seemed that at one point or another, Rocksteady was actually working on a Superman game, that they in fact made a pitch to WB Games for a Superman game. There was even some concept art that had surfaced online that was seemingly a part of this pitch. And so we were all under the impression that Rocksteady was working on the Superman game, and that ended up getting canceled, and then they transitioned their focus into this Suicide Squad game. And now, thanks to an insider that has a really good track record, we actually have an official answer in regards to this entire situation. And this whole thing, I mean, it keeps me up at night, you know? I feel like I can't get a good night's sleep thinking every single day about whether or not we're gonna get a Superman game. And that actually brings me to today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Manta Sleep. Listen guys, these days it's just impossible to get a good night's sleep when the light is shining through your window and directly onto your eyes. Thankfully though, Manta Sleep have come to the rescue and they have made the world's best sleep mask. The masks are soft, they're durable, they're machine washable, and also they're very comfortable. But most importantly, and above all else, they offer up 100% blackout. You can even apply cooling or heating pads to the mask to give you a better night's sleep than you already would be offered with 100% blackout. This can help soothe your eyes, clear your sinuses, and the works. Or if you're really looking for the ultimate comfort, if you're looking for that perfect night's sleep, you gotta get yourself the Manta Sleep Silk Mask. So honestly, what are you waiting for? Go to that link in the description box below right now, get yourself a mask, and you can use my code for 10% off. Thank you very much to Manta Sleep for sponsoring today's video. I have no idea which direction that I'm looking in right now because these are genuinely 100% blackout. And with that being said, let's get to the rest of the video. So, okay, with that new reveal that we got from the Suicide Squad Insider Episode 1, with all the new gameplay that they had shown, a lot of people online were saying, well, wow, that's crazy. We have this amazing looking Metropolis, this open world Metropolis, but it's not a Superman game. Some people were even out there saying things like, you know, oh my goodness, I can't believe they canceled the Superman game that they were going to be working on in favor of the Suicide Squad game. And then a Twitter user ended up tweeting out pretty much exactly what I said. It's so funny that you're playing in the ruins of their Superman game, in reply to a clip from fellow content creator Your Raptor saying that he's not gonna lie, this clip looks sick of Harley Quinn free roaming around with the Suicide Squad in Metropolis. And then this same Twitter user replied to that original tweet that ended up blowing up, and they said, I can't confirm it, but multiple of my homies in the industry have told me that they were like midway through production on the Superman game. Source? Trust me, bro. And this is gonna get into a larger problem that I have when I see things like this online. We'll get into that in just a moment, but first we need to watch a spectacular dunking. Almost as spectacular a dunk as it would be if you were to just smash that like button right now. You see, Jason Schreier, who has a very well-known track record. Jason Schreier has gotten a ton of things correct in the past. As a matter of fact, Jason's the one to break the news that Rockstar was going to announce GTA 6 officially, and then talk about the fact that there was going to be a trailer for GTA 6, which is coming next month. And like a day after he was the one to have reported on that, it was officially confirmed that's what's happening. You see, Jason replied to this original tweet saying that this person's homies told them they were midway through the production of a Superman game and said that there is zero truth to this one. Rocksteady was never working on a Superman game. People were talking to Jason saying, did you even need to reply to this? And Jason said that the tweet went so viral that he felt like he needed to chime in. And honestly, I'm so glad that Jason Schreier did. Inevitably, a community note was actually added to the original tweet about their sources. And yes, there was never a Superman game that was in development at Rocksteady. Again, according to Jason Schreier, who's a very well-known insider and has good info. And herein lies my issue, because this person is saying that a AAA Superman game was canceled midway through development. How many massive AAA games do you know were canceled midway into their development? And I'm not talking about games where there's just a little bit of concept art and that's it. I'm not talking about like what we originally assumed happened with the Rocksteady Superman game, because this person's reporting that they were developing it, whereas the original report was that they pitched it to WB Games and it wasn't put through the green light. It's just silly that this tweet viraled as much as it did, and it's silly that so many people run with a false narrative like this. Now, for those of you out there who are saying that they wished it was a Superman game, I'm honestly right there with you. Metropolis looks amazing. I love the design of the open world here. Rocksteady have done such a good job at realizing Superman City. But to try and accuse either Rocksteady or WB Games of being the ones to shut down a Superman game that we now know is confirmed to have never existed is wild. But another crazy thing in general about this is, like, how the hell have Rocksteady never been working on a Superman game? Has that not even been an idea that was floated around at the studio? I can't believe that there wasn't a scenario where somebody, a team at Rocksteady, some of the higher ups at one point sat down together and said, hey, what can we do to try and make a Superman game? For the longest time, when the Batman Arkham franchise was at its height, when people were loving these Arkham games, they were saying, you know what? We need this same treatment from Rocksteady, but for Superman. I never would have guessed in a million years that their follow-up to the Arkhamverse, that their follow-up in general, the next game post Arkham Knight, was gonna be a Suicide Squad game. But nevertheless, the point being here is that we shouldn't believe every single thing we read online, especially when somebody is saying that their sources are their homies in the industry. And of course, with that being said, I will continue to hope that one day we're gonna get a Superman game, either from Rocksteady or from another developer that's as passionate as Rocksteady was for the Batman games. With that being said, now let me kick it to you guys. Sound off with your thoughts in the comments section below. What do you think about this news? Are you sad that a Superman game was never in development at Rocksteady? Do you hope we get a Superman game one day? I want to hear everything you guys have to say in the comments below. I've been Caboose. I'll see you guys later.